So, if I name this video what I think I'm gonna name it, then yes, this is the first time that I have worn a full face of makeup out in public. The reason this is gonna be the first time is because as a transgender man, I have been very uncomfortable since I was about 12 to 13 wearing any kind of makeup or any kind of feminine clothing, which lately I have embraced my love for feminine stuff and pink and all that kind of stuff. But this is gonna be the first time that I'm actually wearing makeup, unless it was like highlighter or just like that. So we're gonna give it a go. I do have some makeup already, but I will be going to the store to buy some more so we can have a full face. So let's go take a look at what I have already and then we can work from there. So the things I already had were concealer, eyeshadow, highlighter, a beauty blender, and a couple brushes. The next step was to go out to some stores and pick the rest of it up. First, I really need McDonald's or something, because I'm really hungry, so we're gonna do that first.
Sounds like we're getting Taco Bell.
No, we're not. We're getting McDonald's.
Why?
Because we always get Taco Bell.
There's a reason.
We'll get Taco Bell. So get Taco Bell we did. And I gotta say, a fresh cheesy roll-up cannot be beat. Okay, so Taco Bell lunch is crossed off the list. We are going to Ulta, which is right across the street. And I'm recording it now instead of in front of Ulta, so that we don't get in trouble. Like, they think it's suspicious because they see us recording outside and then we just go in. And then after that, we're gonna go to Target, which is just down the street. So I found out prior to this that Ulta doesn't like you taking video in their store, so I just used my phone camera to take some stealth video while we were in there. We spent some time looking around for a foundation that fit my skin tone, and then we went for a lipstick, but there wasn't any testers for the lipstick color that I wanted, so I just grabbed one and hoped it would work. Next, it was time for Target. Also, we saw this really weird brush at Ulta, but I have short hair and don't really use hairbrushes, so we had to pass on it. You want to know my original reason for wanting to come to Target for makeup?
What?
Because I wanted to get pink drink at Starbucks. While we were at Target, I ended up getting face primer, eye primer, eyeliner, blush, and setting powder. I also picked up a couple other things like tweezers and a new brush. It turned out to be less than I expected, which was great because I did actually end up getting my pink drink. After this, we have some stuff to do, but the next time you will see us is when we are looking at the makeup that I have at home, and the next time after that, I'll be putting it on my face. So it is the next day. I have all my makeup ready to go in the bathroom. I'm just waiting for Raven to get out of it. I shaved my fuzz, my face fuzz, so that should be ready to go. I'm gonna look up which goes first, concealer or foundation, and then I'll be ready to go. My friends are here. We had a blast last night, and I'm just waiting for us to leave. We're gonna go get something to eat, and then we're gonna go to the pumpkin patch. So let's go. So I have all my makeup here. I have the stuff that I had to buy, and I have the stuff that I had to, or that I already had. I started with the primer that's mineral infused, which is why I think my face was so smooth later. Then I started with the concealer. Oh, I also dropped the concealer stick right on my shirt. Foundation was next. I didn't really think that I was going to be able to get really full coverage with just a stick, but it turns out that it actually works really well and spreads really evenly. Next on the list was eyeshadow. I decided to go with a pumpkin theme since we were going to the pumpkin patch, so I did orange on the bottom and then green on the top, and I think it actually looked pretty cool at the end. The eyeliner was surprisingly easy. I have shaky hands and I've tried to do eyeliner in the past and it never worked right, so I was happy with how these ones came out. I didn't buy any contour colors, so I kind of had the idea to try to use my eyeshadow as a contour instead, but it didn't really work out, so we kind of scrapped the idea. Highlighter is the one makeup product that I'm not afraid of wearing out in public, so I apply it pretty liberally. There wasn't too much on, but there wasn't not enough that you wouldn't be able to see any, so I thought it turned out really well. The second to last step was setting powder, which I kind of wish I had one of those powder pad things to work with, but I didn't think about getting one. The very last step was the lipstick, which I was most excited for. I wanted to see how well the matte would work, and I wanted to see what the color would look like on my lips since I didn't have a tester in the first place. Okay, the next step is to wear it out in public. Woo! Let's go. So it's been about 40 minutes since the application of the lipstick, and I just had some lunch, and it seems like the bottom lip is mostly taking off. There's mostly the lip that's taking off the most lipstick, but it's still pretty on there, I think. It is kind of like right here, over here, so I will have to reapply it, but other than that, I feel like it's sticking pretty well, especially on the bottom lip where it was coming off on the straw. We had to drop my fiancée off at her house because she wasn't feeling well, but when we got to the farm, we went straight into the gift shop slash candy shop. There were a lot of cool like food stuff and trinkets and little decorations that were really interesting. I picked up some orange hot chocolate, which is just regular hot chocolate but with an orange coloring, and I'm excited to try that later. My friends ended up having to leave the farm for a couple minutes, which I thought I would be okay with just being by myself, but it actually started to turn sour really, really quick. So for a minute while I was in the candy shop in the, at the pumpkin patch, I forgot that I was wearing makeup, and I panicked for a second because I'm not used to it. So I'm kind of scared that people are looking at me weird, but I don't know if that's actually happening or if I'm just being paranoid. So I'm kind of panicking a little bit. I'm freaking out a little bit because my friends left the pumpkin patch to go find a restroom because one of them doesn't like using porta potties, and they're not back yet. It's been like 20 minutes, and they said they'd be back in about 15. So I'm kind of like, you know, not only am I wearing makeup out for the first time and I'm freaking out about that, I am alone and freaking out about it by myself, and I don't really have any like comfort or solidarity or anything because I'm just by myself. So it's been about half an hour since they left, and they just messaged me saying that they're going to take another 10 minutes. And the more I sit here, the more I feel like shit. It's stressful because I can't be distracted because my friends aren't here, and that was kind of one of the things that was going to make me feel better, is that my friends would be here. And I'm sure they're not doing it on purpose. It's just not hurtful because it's they don't even know, but anxiety inducing. I'm scared. Things got a lot better after my friends got back. We decided to go look at some animals, and we thought about getting a corn dog, but of course it was like $8 because it was fair food. We left pretty soon after though, and we decided to come back next week. We didn't spend a lot of time at the pumpkin patch, and we decided to come back next week, so I didn't get a lot of time to like, that's a glare, test out the makeup and stuff and see kind of whatever. I was surprised because I kind of expected to get, I mean, not to toot my own horn, I kind of expected to get complimented on the makeup since it's so different, and I think I did a good job. I got complimented on my backpack instead when I turned around. But now we're going to this restaurant. It's a ramen house, and we're going to get a bunch of appetizers, I think, and eat them. Matt is nodding yes. So that's the next step. Not that it's important for the video, but the ramen shop was a little spendy and really not that great. We could have gone somewhere else for much cheaper with better food, but it was still the experience. So I'm home now. I took off the makeup. Overall, it was kind of a stressful experience. It was nice to try something new, and it was really fun to buy all this stuff, but I don't know if I would wear a full face out again. I might wear like foundation or concealer or something, but I don't think I would wear the lipstick and eyeshadow and eyeliner and stuff. I might wear lipstick by itself sometime. But the whole thing in general made me feel very vulnerable and stressed when I was left alone. My face does feel very soft. I think that's from the mineral infused primer, I hope, at least. So I do like that. Feels soft pretty much everywhere. That was that. If you liked the video, feel free to leave a like. And if you want to see more stuff like this or some other videos of other types, then you can subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Here is a video of my dog. Did you get dinner? Dinner? Did you get dinner? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Did you get dinner? Did you get dinner? Did you get dinner? Come on, let's go get dinner. Let's go get dinner.